What is going on, everybody? Hope y'all having a great day. So, I've had plenty of questions from people on my live stream, and they wanted to know, where do I set take profits? Where do I set stop losses? What's my risk to reward? This and that. So, what I normally do is, if I hop into a position, like let's say this one right here, right? About 5 minutes ago, I hopped in at the price of 23,764. What I normally do, I'll hurry up and I'll put a stop loss, but I won't put a take profit, just merely due to the fact that when you put a take profit and then it keeps pushing past it, you potentially lose out on more gains, rather than what I do is I'll bring this stop loss that's down here and I'll put it in between the price of the market and where my entry is. And whenever it keeps going up, I just slowly, gradually trail that stop. Now, it's not going to become a stop loss at that point because it's in profit right now. So I don't technically know what it's called. I just call it a trail. I call it a trailing stop, right? It's a limit sell order, to where if the price in the market falls down, it doesn't reach my break even. So I'll make a little bit of money on here. Now, granted, this is micros. I'm in with 3 positions long micros on the MNQ, of course. Um, so if you were to set a TP right here, right,
Order working.
and then it come up, it take this out, and then just keeps blowing past it, then you kind of screwed yourself on more gains. You see how it's going to hit it right here? Um, Now I'm okay with only making
Stop filled.
I'm okay with only making $70 on that trade.
Order cancelled.
I could have closed it up out here, but as you can see, this purple line up top and the purple line here, this is the 15-minute opening range breakout from 5 p.m. on Sunday. I don't do a 15-minute orb on the New York Open. I just keep this from where the market opens up at 5 o'clock Central my time. So, yeah, so I don't put a TP, but I always put a stop loss, and then when the price does jump in my direction, in my favor, if it does, I'll put a stop, and I'll just trail the price like every 10 points. So if the market would have went up to 830, I would have put a stop at 820. And then if it would have went to 850, I would have pulled it up to 840. If it went to 882, I would have pulled it up to 872. So I always keep mine about 10 points away from the price. That way, if it comes down 5 or 6 points, I don't get stopped out. But of course, I'm only playing micros right here. So maybe if I was in a full size, in 3 full size positions, I wouldn't do 10 points. I might do like maybe 5 to 6 points behind the price, the moving price. So, yep, that's how I do it. I don't do a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, this and that. Normally, what I'm willing to risk, and it depends on the account size as well. If it's a smaller account size, I might put a stop loss $100 below it, so that's 5 points on a full size position for a stop loss. And then micros, if I want to do $100 or $200, that's another $100 is 50 points away just for a micro. So yeah, that's how I do my calculations. No risk to reward, no 1 to 2, 1 to 1, none of that kind of crap. I know a lot of people do the 1 to 1 and the 1 to 2 or the 1 to 3, but I kind of just let mine ride. And like I said, if it falls back down and takes me out, what you just did at $70 in profit, I'm fine with that. I could always wait for another setup. Now the next setup for me probably would have to be to wait for this thing to bounce back inside of this opening range breakout. If it doesn't, if it comes back up and retests it and falls down, I'll probably hop into a short position and ride it down. But I typically don't trade inside of the opening range breakout. I'll wait till it actually gets below it or out of it, because this thing could go up and you think, oh, it's going to go to the top of the orb. Well, then in mid course it'll reverse. So I don't never place a trade inside of the orb unless I'm already in a position, guys. So, yeah. Alright, man. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. It helps the algorithms, and I appreciate it very, very much, guys. Thank y'all for watching the channel, the videos. Love y'all, man. Y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.